What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host Donovan Quick, and today it's time to have an honest talk about Byron Jones. And I love Byron Jones. I thought, as you guys, many of you saw in my other video about Byron, I thought he was coming back this season. And let me just give you kind of like a timeline of what happened. So last year he was playing through, it wasn't really an injury, it was an uncomfortability. He had a bunch of scar tissue in his Achilles, and he had surgery in March. He made the late decision to do that after discussing with trainers to go ahead and do the surgery to remove the scar tissue. And my theory of that is that there was more than they thought, and that's why the recovery ended up being longer. But he was still supposed to come. He was supposed to originally be back by training camp, and then after training camp, it was supposed to be, he was supposed to be ready, like just at the preseason. He was supposed to be ready for like the third game. Then that didn't happen. Then he was supposed to be ready for the first game. That didn't happen. So he had that little setback where it's like, we'll see, and then he traveled in week 4 to the Bengals game, and was seen running on the field, or not running, but he was working out on the field pre-game with some of his teammates in Cincinnati, and everybody thought, okay, he's going to be coming back the week after. And the week after that, it's like, nope, don't have an update on Byron. He's still working through. And then after that, you guys got my video where Mike McDaniel finally, acknowledged that he's hopeful that Byron will return this season, which told me that, hey, he's almost there. And then after that, it became, the week after that video came out, he said that he's confident that Byron will return this season. And I'm like, oh, this is it. It is time. He is coming back. He's going to be back. He was going to be back for the Chargers game or the Bills game or whatever, right? And wrong. After the week after that, he said that it would be a luxury to have Byron back this year, which pretty much said that his season was over. And to me, that's telling me like, hey, he was progressing, and then something happened. For all the rumors, that Dolphins fans are putting out on Twitter saying that this man does not want to play for us. He was a Flores guy. He doesn't want to play for Mike McDaniel. That's simply not true. And for those of you that are also like, oh, he was the guy that Barry was talking about in his article, that there's a Dolphins player that says he doesn't believe in Tua anonymously. And Barry came out as the reporter and said it was not Byron. And so I want to make that very clear. Byron was not the guy that slandered Tua. That is not who he is. That is not his character. I will defend Byron's character to the end of time. Now, I will acknowledge when he plays bad. I will acknowledge when he plays good. I'm unbiased otherwise. I'm unbiased with his character as well. It's just, it bothers me as, as a person. Like, how would you like it if someone slandered your character publicly like that when that's not you? So that's how I feel about the matter. So moving forward off of that, what should we do with Byron Jones? He has 1 year left on his contract. It's for $13 million, and if he was cut post June 5th, I believe it is, then he is not owed any of that money. And to be quite honest with you guys, I don't think we should pay him $13 million. Why would we? We don't have to. I love Byron. I want him back on the team. But I think a realistic scenario is that the Dolphins cut him. No one in the NFL is going to be paying a guy that just came off an Achilles surgery, that plays one of the hardest positions, is almost 30, and he kind of struggled the year before he had that surgery too. Now, he didn't play bad, but he wasn't playing like his top 15 corner self that he's been his entire career. No one's going to be paying him $13 million. No one. Not a single soul. They'd rather go get a young guy in the draft. Now, for me, I think the best case scenario is try to make him happy by like giving him a heavily incentive based contract. Restructure his contract, or cut him and then re-sign him to a 1-year heavily incentive based contract and be like, look, do the same thing that you did with Xavier Howard. Promise him that if you do good, we got you. We will take care of you. And they did that with Xavier Howard. He had one of the best years of his career, came back, paid the man. He had an off year, was dealing with groin issues throughout the year, but this isn't about Xavier Howard. I'll make another video about him. It's about Byron Jones. But the point of that was that Chris Grier is a man of his word, and if he's able to do the same thing for Byron that he did Xavier Howard, I think that we can get Byron back and relatively cheap. And yeah, he's coming off this injury that sidelined him for, an additional 20 weeks that he had, or over 20 weeks actually now, that he had this surgery that he was supposed to be back at this time, and now it's delayed 20 weeks. That's, half a year almost. So, it's kind of like, maybe it's like the Odell situation where it's like, it's not advancing as far or as quickly as you like. I think it's more of, I think he had a bunch of setbacks. And to have setback after setback after setback like that, no one's going to want to touch him. Not for his price tag. Which is why I would give him an incentive-based contract. All those bonuses don't go against the cap. You can sign him for cheap, maybe $4 million, $5 million. That is cheap for a good corner like him. $4 to $5 million, and then incentive after incentive after incentive. Make it up to $20 million in incentives. I don't care. You can make it the most ridiculous. Like, if you have this many interceptions, you get 2. You have, this many pass breakups, you get 2. 5. I said 5, but it's okay. I meant 3 or 5. $35 million. Like, it doesn't matter, because if he's a competitor, if he's able to go and hit that, he'll be fine. So, anyways, guys, let me know what your thoughts are down below. I know a lot of you were really pissed off at Byron Jones this season. I was more disappointed than I was pissed off. I think it was more out of anybody's control. It just is what it is. And so let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Should we bring him back cheap? Should we cut him and cut our ties and call it a day? Should we just leave and honor the contract that we signed him to? You guys tell me. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you can get our notifications for when we go live, when we drop our videos. Looks like, videos are either going to be dropping at 12 p.m. on the weekends or 5 p.m. during the weekdays. So let me know what you guys think. And once again, don't forget, tell somebody you love them. Peace out, guys.